Some vinyl lovers want the ritual, and some just want the music. If you are the second kind, an automatic turntable is built for you. Press one button and the arm lifts, finds the groove, and returns home on its own, with no needle-dropping stress and no scratched records. These are the 5 best automatic turntables actually worth buying on Amazon right now, ranked from 5 to 1. The Audio-Technica AT-LP60X holds its place as the turntable that pulled an entire generation back into vinyl. This is not a machine built for serious upgrading, but as a genuine, no-fuss way to start playing records with zero risk of damaging them. Almost nothing else at this level does the job as cleanly. The fully automatic belt drive design is the whole point here. You place a record, press start, and the tone arm rises, swings over, lowers itself into the groove, and lifts back home when the side ends. There is no counterweight to balance and no anti-skate to set, which keeps the mechanical complexity low and removes every step that usually scares off a first-time buyer. A built-in switchable phono preamp is quietly the feature that makes this so easy to live with. It means you can plug the AT-LP60X straight into powered speakers or an aux input with no extra boxes, and the die-cast aluminum platter keeps speed steady enough that records sound clean and stable rather than wobbly and thin. For a first system, that plug-and-play simplicity is the entire appeal. The honest limitation is the fixed fed shell, since the cartridge is part of the tone arm and cannot be swapped for a better one later. But as a genuinely low-risk introduction that costs less than most people expect, the AT-LP60X does exactly one job and does it at the easiest possible entry point. The AT-LP70X BT takes the easy automatic formula and adds the one thing modern listeners keep asking for, which is going wireless. This is the machine for anyone who wants records to play themselves and then stream straight to a Bluetooth speaker or a pair of headphones across the room. Fully automatic operation is still front and center. Press start, and the J-shaped tone arm moves into position, begins playback, and returns on its own when the record ends, protecting both your stylus and your collection from a shaky hand. It is the same one-button ease as the entry model, just wrapped in a more refined chassis built to fight resonance. Bluetooth is where this one pulls ahead, with support for the high-quality aptX adaptive codec for clean wireless sound that older automatic decks simply cannot deliver. Better still, it carries the AT-VM95C cartridge, and while the body is fixed, the stylus can be upgraded to elliptical or higher tips, giving you a real path to better sound that most turntables in this class never offer. The honest trade-off is that the cartridge body itself stays put, so your upgrades are limited to the stylus rather than the whole assembly. But for the buyer who wants automatic convenience and genuine wireless freedom in one clean package, the AT-LP70X BT is one of the smartest picks on this list. The pro-ject Automat A1 brings a more audiophile-minded brand into the automatic world, and it shows in the details. This is the machine for someone who wants press-and-walk-away convenience today, but refuses to close the door on serious sound quality down the road. The fully automatic operation is the headline, and it is rare for a turntable with this kind of pedigree. One press starts playback, and the arm lifts and returns at the end, giving you the hands-off ease of a beginner deck inside a build that feels a full tier more solid, with a proper aluminum platter and a quiet, low-vibration motor. What truly sets it apart is the removable head shell, which is almost unheard of on an automatic turntable at this level. That means you're not locked into the factory cartridge the way you are with most automatics. And since the cartridge is where most of a system's sound improvement comes from, this single feature turns the A1 into a deck you can grow with for years. The honest trade-off is that it costs more than the simpler automatic machines lower on this list and skips features like built-in Bluetooth. But for the buyer who wants real automatic ease without giving up the ability to upgrade, the pro-ject Automat A1 is the smartest middle ground you can buy.
The Denon DP300F earns its high spot by feeling like a proper piece of hi-fi equipment that just happens to run itself. Where cheaper automatics feel light and plasticky, this one has the weight, the metal, and the finish of a machine built for people who take their records seriously. Full automatic operation is handled with a reassuring solidity here. Press start and the tone arm cues itself, plays the record, and lifts away at the end. But every part of that motion feels precise and deliberate rather than flimsy, backed by a redesigned tone arm that tracks the groove with real accuracy. A built-in phono equalizer keeps setup simple, letting you connect straight to any system, whether it has a phono input or not. And the removable head shell means the cartridge can be swapped and upgraded as your ears and your budget grow. That combination of hands-off ease and genuine upgrade potential is exactly what collectors look for in a daily driver deck. The honest trade-off is that it sits at a higher price than the entry automatics and skips wireless entirely, so there's no Bluetooth here. But for the buyer who wants automatic convenience wrapped in a heavier, more upgradable, more grown-up machine, the Denon DP300F is a standout.
The Sony PSL-X5BT sits at the top of this list because it refuses to make you choose between convenience, features, and sound. This is the machine that takes everything good about the decks below it and rolls it into one refined, do-it-all package that reviewers keep pointing to as the automatic to beat. Full automatic playback is only the starting point. One button lifts, places, and returns the tone arm for you, but around that, Sony has built a die-cast aluminum platter, a rigid aluminum tone arm, and a vibration-controlled chassis, giving you the effortless operation of a beginner deck with the stable, low-distortion sound of something far more serious. The features are where it truly pulls away. It offers high-resolution Bluetooth with aptX Adaptive for clean wireless streaming, a switchable built-in phono stage with selectable gain, and even a USB output that lets you convert your records to digital files. Almost no other automatic turntable brings this much flexibility into a single body, wired or wireless, analog or digital, all at the press of one button. The honest limitation is that all this capability places it as the most premium option on this list, so it asks for the biggest investment. But for the buyer who wants the easiest, most flexible, and best-sounding automatic turntable available, the Sony PSL-X5BT is the clear number one on this list.
Here is the straight answer. For the easiest entry point, the AT-LP60X does the job with zero risk. For that same ease with wireless freedom, the AT-LP60X-BT adds Bluetooth done right. For a deck you can upgrade for years, the pro-ject Automat A1 gives you a removable cartridge. And if you want the most flexible, best-sounding automatic you can buy, the Sony PSL-X5BT is the clear number one. Links to all five are below. Thanks for watching, and if this helped you pick the right one, hit subscribe for more honest buying guides.